was splashing and Soulja the Game Spitter. DaBaby issue out his second apology. Of course he gonna do that. Of course he gonna try to get his face back right with the LGBT community. He been getting them phone calls. First he been getting them from King Carter. You know, before social media know them shows get pulled back, King Carter know first. You know, it started to add up. DaBaby getting about 250, 300,000, maybe even 400,000 a show. Could be even 500,000 for one of them festivals. The festivals that jumped on board, they done jumped on the train. The band that counseled DaBaby train. And once the train start, it can get longer and longer if you don't stop it. See, DaBaby made his first mistake when he apologized the first time. And then when the first festival pulled back from him, what he said, the statement he made when the first one pulled back from him. Like he ain't take it serious, he laughed at it, saying he didn't know he was booked, when he know he did, trying to be cocky still. So other festivals looking at that like, okay, he ain't still learned his lesson. He don't got no remorse. He just a thug. We're gonna treat him like one. We thought he was different. We thought he was a superstar. But nah, he's just like the rest of them. He's just like Youngboy. That's how they talk. He's just like Pusha and them. He just know how to hide better. He know how to clean it. He got a cleaner image. But we'll fix that. That's what them venues and them festivals, the CEOs of them, that's what they're talking about. Because phone calls get made. But you gotta understand something, DaBaby. Most of the people who come to the festivals and purchase them tickets and shop and buy the merchandise and all that and go to the concession stand and buy all the food, the highest food and all that there, is them. There's a lot of them. So you can't upset them when they their number one customers or number two customers. They look up their sales and 60%, 50% of their sales is them. The streets don't go to no festivals. Yeah, people in the hood, they don't go to no festivals like that. Us urban people, we don't really go to no festivals like that. So it's really mostly white people, mostly, you know, LGBT people and, you know, other foreigner people and all that. The streets, you got to go back to the club, the strip clubs, where you can get dangerous at, where we trying to snatch your chain at, where we trying to test you in certain cities. Yeah, so you can still make some decent money, but it's a little bit more dangerous for you. Yeah, it's where you can either take a life or lose your life or go to prison to get your bag. Yeah, you can get a little bit of blood on your cash. But the festivals is more safer. That's why there's more rules that come with it. There's less words, more security, it's more police. It's a bigger bag. It's a better audience. It's a more loyal audience that's gonna stick with you forever. If you don't, they can stick with you 10 years from now. You still performing songs that you dropped 2 years ago. Yeah, in the streets it ain't like that. You got to keep reproving yourself, and unless you make them real legendary type songs. Understand? So yeah, the CEOs at the festivals like how you perform and your performance, and like how you move the crowd, and like that you bring out the crowd. But so is Lil Uzi Vert, he can do that. Roddy Ricch, he can do that. Drake and all of them, so they can replace you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a business move. I'm telling you how the business on the thinking, how the CEOs thinking. If the LGBT people ain't spent all that money with them, you know, shop with them, spending merchandise and doing it consistent and always going to all the shows. When all the artists come, they always show it, not just for one. I'm telling you how the CEOs think, how the businessman think. They're looking at their ticket sales. Who buy the most? Who spend the most? Who coming in them stands? Who coming in them crowds? And the urban, it ain't there. I'm telling you, like, ain't no strip club gonna ban you. Ain't no strip club gonna take you off. If you got a hood spot, a strip club, or a regular club, and one of these, like Atlanta, Texas, Charlotte, all that there, they ain't gonna pull back from you. You still gonna perform at the show. You still gonna come through the club. Still gonna come through the nightclub, the strip club, all that stuff. You ain't gonna get canceled out of them, but them big venues, because you gotta think, that type of crowd don't go to them spots. So they ain't got no reason to cancel you. It ain't really affecting their business. But them big venues, the big concerts, when you be mixed in with the rock stars and all different type of artists, yeah, they gonna pull back from you every time. And then you don't really know how to talk. You made a matter, because that's why Jimmy Iovine called you. Jimmy Iovine even called you DaBaby. Y'all already know about it, yeah. And John. Yeah, I know John. Yeah, the CEO of Interscope. John called you. He called you and King Carter on three-way, saying, hey, man, we got to fix this. What's going on? Like, DaBaby, I understand you had free time, but in situations like this, you can't just, you know, turn your phone on record and start talking and thinking it's an apology because you upset it no more. You dug us in a hole more. We already lost $1.8 million from festivals pulling back. We already lost 1.8. Now we got 3 more festivals that we had lined. We had you booked up all the way to next January. Now we got 3 more saying they have potential of pulling back. There'll be another, we could potentially lose $3 to $4 million. And fast, good revenue, easy revenue. And it's gonna be harder for you to make it back right. because your comments on the response or everything. Stop every time Shade Room or Academics or Say Cheese or anybody, any blogs post something about the situation, you under the comments talking your spiel, or stop adding stuff to your story, responding, and just be quiet. Just issue out another apology. Do not say it, type it. You should have did that first. Next time a situation like this happen, you call me. This is not a street beef. This is not a rap beef. This is not a drill beef. This out your hands. This is not nothing urban. This big politics. Next time a situation like this happen, you call me. Understand? Now I understand you're one of my top earners in my label. You done done a lot for this label, and we love what you're doing. We trust your movement, your judgment, everything. But unfortunately, in America with politics, just like this, they can turn the switch off, and there's nothing I can do. I could try to make some phone calls, but I can only do so much when you in a hole that deep. Understand? DaBaby, understand. We had came too far for you. We done put too much behind you. Got you to a superstar status, got you to superstar doors and superstar venues to just turn around and go right back to the strip club venues and the regular nightlife venues where it's more dangerous at. Now, if you want to have this NBA YoungBoy type attitude and be real cocky and don't give a F about nothing, then let me know so I can start putting in a good word for you. So I can start making certain phone calls. I can let you do you. Whenever the consequences come, whatever come, prison, getting banned, getting canceled, jail, death, whatever come, then it is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised on nothing. Understand, we still let you do what you want to do, but we'll stop going the extra mile for you. Let me know that's how you feel. Understand, you're not the first artist. We had bigger artists than you. They got cocky, and they had to get humble, and it was out our hands. Or we had to do it ourselves to them. So understand, don't do it to yourself. It's enough. You got to fight the media. You got to fight the fans getting sued every day. But then it's like it's you versus you type. Like you're doing it to yourself. Now back in my office, in my headquarters, in my voicemail, in my text messages, in my email, I got all different type of businesses trying to potentially pull back from you. We got a lot of money, a lot of new doors you was finna enter and finna get, but now they talking about pulling back. I got movie people saying they're gonna pull back. They was potentially looking for you to do a star in a movie with a certain type of actor. I got clothing lines trying to pull back. I got shoe deals saying they're gonna pull back. I got more shows saying they're gonna pull back. I got artists from other labels saying they're gonna pull back. They artists, this certain artist gonna work with you now. Yeah, they're gonna pull back. This is really becoming a headache for me. You know better than to talk like this when a Democrat in the office. Everything gonna go their way. They gonna win. They too strong. They got the president, the governments, all these big companies behind them. Like, there's no way they can lose. You don't understand that? It's all about politics. It's all about power and position. Understand that. You think Biden gonna agree with you and back that? You think Kamala Harris gonna agree with you and back that? Nah. They gonna be down with them. You think Tamika Mary gonna be down with that? Nah. It's gonna be a lot of people talking about you, making phone calls. You're the elephant in the room right now. Now, I still make some phone calls and see what I can do. Maybe we can donate to something they got going on. Maybe a couple $100,000, give them a free show, give something, give back, get book bags back for school start, get some cars away, something. See if we can make it right. Issue out more apologies. We can see what we can do. If you really care, let me know. Like, let me know where you stand on this. You know, I'm gonna give you a day or two or whatever, talk to King Carter about it, and we'll come up with something. I'll speak to Agent Smith, and we'll get something together, and we'll come up with a plan, see if it works, and stay on social media. Just keep being an artist, and keep working, and avoid all them type of questions. If you do an interview, understand, I'll call you back later, or my assistant will get back with you, or we'll reach out to King Carter. You already know how we do, and we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, you know, keep working, stay out of social media, and just stay focused right now. And that's what it's gonna be. Now, the worst thing can happen to DaBaby is if they say the only way they'll accept your apology and, you know, pull back from the lock that's on you right now is if you go through one of them doors. Yeah. Whether it's sitting on the couch, putting on the dress, playing the gay role in a movie, a sacrifice, bloody sacrifice, something like that. Something where they can have some dirt on you, do something. Maybe you might want to get into some human trafficking or some sex trafficking, and they can have some dirt on you, and in just in case you get disobedient later, they can bring it back. Maybe, you know, they can get some females, you can sleep with a couple of females, and if you ever be disobedient, years later they can bring them back on some sexual type charges. You know what I'm saying? Go to one of them doors. If not, they could slam the door on you, turn their back on you, and you go back to a regular artist. You see what I'm saying? You don't really get nominated for awards no more. You don't get invited to certain rooms and do certain concerts no more. You You still be getting money. You don't be like a Pooh Shiesty or a Boosie getting that type of money after they slam the doors in front of you and they just let Lil Baby, you know, walk in that door until he mess up, if he mess up. Or they do a Roddy Rich or something like that. They can definitely replace you. Stars born every day, B. Now, of course, this ain't right and they doing you dirty, but this America. We don't go by what's right. We go by power, what sound good, what sell, you know, things like that. So, yeah, if you're trying to go by what's right, you might want to go to another country because this is America. Power, money, control, what sound good, what lies sound the best, what beautiful lies sound the best. We don't care about no ugly truth. Yeah, so right now, what they got going on, that sound good, they got the power. They just showing you, they probably know, you know, they going, you know, extra hard, but they just showing you the power they got. They showing you, yeah, just because you know, DaBaby, you getting all this money, that how they can, what power they got, how they can stop your money, how they can, you know, get some doors closed in front of you, how they can make so many people that's even straight turn their back on you. Let me say that again. They showing you that they can make even people that's straight turn their back on you. Because the politics, the power, understand? And you're not strong enough. The rappers that's gonna stand with you not strong enough. You see what I'm saying? They voice will be heard, but they don't have the power when it comes to that. Because they don't got nobody in them big offices to back it. Yeah. They don't got nobody in them government buildings. They don't got nobody, yeah, in them courtrooms. They don't got nobody that's changing them laws. They don't got nobody like that. They just got the streets. The only thing the streets gonna do is speak on it. They ain't gonna march about it. They ain't gonna cause hell about it. Yeah, so that's how it's gonna go. And a lot of people saying they weren't saying that when Eminem was saying something back then, when he used to cuss out them and drop the F word all the time. He got rich off of it. He still saw it on the record. Yes, he was. He stayed getting sued. They stayed stepping on the CD. He stayed in court. Mama suing him. Girlfriend trying to sue him. All the white people used to be in front of the buildings, in front of the TRL with the CD on the ground. They bought like 50 copies, 100 copies of the CD, stepping on the CD, saying, Marshall Mathers, go away. Eminem is full of hate. He used to go through it. It just wasn't a lot of social media around, but they used to put it on the MTV News and all that stuff. Understand? But that's my take on this situation right here, man. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Drop no comments, hit the notification bell, man. Go.